Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do some shots. Recently, I've gotten a lot of people that have reached out to me to thank me for being open about the surgery I had and as well as going through fertility treatment. These are people that I haven't talked to in close to like 10 years. It's been a little bit of everything. People that I talk to all the time or people that I haven't talked to in forever. And they've messaged me to thank me or letting them know that they're not abnormal and this is stuff that a lot of people have to go through. So if this is the one positive thing that comes out of a really crappy situation that I have to deal with, then I will keep talking about it and letting people know that they're not alone. So I thought you guys would want to see what my nighttime shots routine is. And right now, while I'm going through stims, this is what I have to do every single night. I have to do it between the hours of 6 and 8. So if I have social plans or dinner plans, I have to pack it all up with me and take it with me in a cooler. And I have to do it the exact same way every single night. Keep in mind, I am not a doctor. I am not a nurse. I am a patient who got showed how to do injections and now has been doing them pretty consistently for the better part of the last year. I'm not the most professional with it. I am just getting the stuff that I need to get in my body. Everything is clean. I'm kind of a hot mess with all of it. It's not the most organized, but it is what it is. So, roll clip.
Okay, so we've got to get everything from my personal pharmacy. Check the sheet to make sure everything is the right dosage. They originally told me 300, and then they called and told me to change it to 225, so I had to cross it out. But I always double check, even though I've memorized my dosages at this point. So some of these meds are refrigerated. Like you'd see here, this is where normal people's butter goes, but I put drugs here. So there's some gonal pens. This is Avidril, which I would use at a different time in this cycle. Omnitrope, which is basically HGH. And here's more gonal pens, and I'm picking more up on a donation tomorrow. So 225 of the gonal. I know this pen is running low. 0 doesn't mean that it's empty. That just means what is left to be injected, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I know I'm going to need more than one of these today. So I will pull out a bag of them. And then the Omnitrope, HGH, Lupron. That's this one. As well as Menopur. So this is my med drawer. Not everything is in here because not all of it fits in here. So I need Menopur, which I have to go into the rest of my stuff to grab. So here's some extra stuff that's all up in here. Those are cool. Those are all needles, but this is Menopur. I need 3 of these and one of the sodium chlorides that comes here to mix it. And then I'll use these 2 tomorrow. And for the Menopur, I also need a Q cap. That's these guys. And because I know I'm going to need more than one gonal pen today, I need 2 of the toppers for those. And then I need syringes and needles for Menopur and the Lupron and the and the Omnitrope. So that's for the Menopur, and then I also need a smaller needle topper for those. The really big ones here are for progesterone and oil, which I'm not at that point right now. So I don't need that yet. So let me find a needle topper. I need this one. So it's a 27 gauge. And I'll just clean this all up when I'm done. And so I need this and this. And then I need 2 of the insulin needles. 2 of these. And we've got the Menopur here. Q-cap. 2 tops for the gonal. And my syringe and needle. I have to do these at the same time every single night. So if it falls during the times of 6 to 8, I have to bring all of this with me. And some of it has to stay cold, and then it has to sit in a cooler. Okay, so when I do this, I just go down the list of all of my medications and do them one by one and then throw everything out at the end. Otherwise, it would take too long. So the first one that I like to get done is this one. This is Lupron. And my dosage for this is 5 units of this. There's not much in here. So first, clean off the top. Syringe, needle. These ones are just like insulin syringes, and they suck. They're super dull. You need to shove it into your skin. Throw this in here. I overdraw it and then go up to the 5 to make sure that there's no air. So this is done. Alcohol. Clean it off. Let it dry. Stab. Like I said, these needles suck. There we go. So, 1. Lupron, done. And then I do the Omnitrope, which comes like this. And these come in little vials like the Menopur does, and you have to mix them. So some of these are not mixed yet, but I have one in here that's already ready to go. And we'll see if there's enough in here. I need 28 units. Clean the top. So there's not enough in that vial, so I'm going to have to mix a whole nother one. Looks like there's about 18 in here. So I'm going to have to mix a whole nother one of these and do another injection. So here's 18 of it, and then I'll mix another one. Clean that off. Done. I will get the stuff to mix another one of these. So this is empty. So to mix the Omnitrope, take a larger needle and you use one of the liquids. Mix it with one of the powders until it's completely dissolved. Clean off the top of this. Stab in your giant, thick 18 gauge needle. Draw it all up. Put into the powder. Oh, come on. Shake that up. So this is done.
get another insulin syringe. Clean the top of this again. So we had 18 last time. Now we have to drop another 10. So then this has to go back in the fridge. Clean another spot. Done. So far, that's 3. Now we'll do the gonal, which I know will be at least 2 because there isn't enough left in this one. So to do the gonal, put this on. And you take the dial and you put it to what your dose is supposed to be. So my dose is 225. Clean the spot off. So then you know you need more if this doesn't go all the way to 0. So this only went to 162.5. So that's what I need now. So from another pen, I need to use 162.5. So then this is done. This is a needle. So that's done. This pen is empty. So grab out another pen. Put a new needle on the top. Clean off another spot. Go to 162.5 on the clicker. Hold down the plunger until it's empty. And see, that's almost gone now. So I won't have enough for my full injection tomorrow. So I'll have to do 2 again. But there is a little bit left here. So put this back in the bag and put it back in the fridge. Last one we have left is Menopur. So I will have to go ahead and mix all of these together using one of these and a syringe. And then it's 1 injection. So this is a Q cap, and it lets you stab this little vial. Syringe, and draw up all the liquid. I go to 1. 1 is where they tell me I'm allowed to stop, because the more you draw up, the more you have to inject, and then just the longer it takes. So I go to 1. And unscrew it. And I transfer this Q cap to a vial of Menopur. Squirt it in, make sure it dissolves. Draw it up. And repeat. So then this is all of the vials in 1 syringe. They've all been dissolved into this. So this is all of the Menopur I need. Take this off. Take a needle. Top this. Clean off another spot. Make sure that this air is out before I inject it. This one stings really bad. Cap that. And we're done. And now we just have a giant mess to clean up.
So then I have all of my trash and all of my injections that are done, and I put them in a Sharps container, and I even put these in a Sharps container because you have to dispose of them differently because they're drugs. And now some of my injection sites are bleeding, but we take all of these and then I put them in a Sharps container, and I have several full Sharps containers on my fridge already. So this is from all of my rounds that I've done. I have 4 of these, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually I'll have to start a new one. And then I put everything back and throw away all my trash. So from start to finish with all of these Sharps containers, it's about a 20-minute process. So I usually start my injections around 7, and we are now at 7:30. So it's a half an hour long process, especially if I have to mix additional meds. But that's it.
All right, so that's how I do my shots every night. All of those Sharps containers aren't just from this round. That's from all of my rounds. I've held on to all of them. So I will be doing those injections every night for about 8 to 10 days. Right now I'm on day 5, and it's starting to set in. I don't feel awesome. I have a headache. I'm kind of dizzy. I'm a little bit nauseous all the time. So they're working. That's what it means. So I will be doing that for the next several more days, and then I will be undergoing an egg retrieval, in which we will then see how many mature eggs I have, what fertilizes, and then what produces embryos, and then go from there. It depends on how my body reacts to all of these medications. Sometimes people get really sick and have to wait to transfer an embryo. Last time I was all set, and we transferred a 3-day embryo, which then didn't work out. We transferred 2 3-day embryos, which then didn't work out. So hopefully this time we get a handful of 5-day embryos, and we can freeze some of them, transfer some of them, and hopefully this works. Because honestly, I'm exhausted and I don't feel good, and I'm sick of doing this. But hopefully something good comes of it, and I am glad that at least in this terrible situation, I've made some people feel better. If you have any questions or want any updates, seriously don't feel any hesitation to reach out. I don't mind talking about it at all. It's very open at this point. It's public knowledge, and I don't care. It makes people feel better, and it's a situation that not a lot of people are well educated on, and I don't mind being that person and helping people understand. Thank you so much for joining me today. And let me know if you have any questions. Hit subscribe if you want new updates. I will eventually update when something new happens. But have a great day, guys. Bye.